Berlin has a reputation as an international tech hub, where half the people at the bar are from somewhere else. You can live in Prenzlauer Berg for a year without being forced to say anything more than Danke. In the city center, Berlin is essentially bilingual. The startup world and the tourist-facing businesses in Mitte run on English. On Sundays, when the shops close and the city goes quiet, even finding an open pharmacy requires reading signs that are strictly German only. Living here with zero German means you are constantly borrowing other people's English. That goodwill is finite, and it usually runs out the moment you encounter the city's bureaucracy. Berliners are direct people who do not expect perfect grammar. Trying even a small amount of German earns real goodwill, and a server who switches to English is doing you a favor, not judging your skill. The most used word in the city is Entschuldigung, excuse me. It is long, but it handles almost every interaction on the U-Bahn or in the supermarket. Pronounce it Entschuldigung. Berliners will wait for you to finish the syllables. In the city's many cash-only shops, the phrase stimmt so handles the tipping. It tells them to keep the change, saving you from explaining math at a busy counter. These phrases matter because they shift the dynamic. You move from being a visitor who expects English to a resident who is attempting to participate in the local culture. This sense of local territory is called your Kiez. This is the place where your neighbors leave notes in the stairwell and the owner of the local shop knows your order. Accessing this layer of the city requires moving past textbook German. In the Berlin dialect, the hard G frequently shifts to a soft J. You will hear gut become jut and gehen become jen. Younger residents use this less, but you will hear it constantly from older Berliners. You will hear this most often at the Späti, the late-night convenience shops that stay open when the rest of the city shuts down. They are central to street life here, and knowing the term is the first step to feeling at home in your neighborhood. If a shopkeeper greets you with a simple na, they are asking how you are. It's an efficient greeting that requires no elaborate response. Saying na back is often enough. Adopting these local dialect features signals that you belong to the neighborhood. It is the difference between being a temporary visitor and a recognized local. Beyond the vocabulary, there is the communication style known as the Berliner Schlatze. It is direct, efficient, and lacks the pleasantries that pad requests in other cultures. A server who arrives at your table and says, "Ja," is being efficient, not rude. Matching that register earns real respect. Wrapping every request in long qualifiers simply signals that you aren't from around here. Clear pronunciation requires physical mouth shapes that don't exist in English. This diagram shows the lip rounding needed for umlauts like ü, and ä. Also, notice the relaxed jaw for the ending r. In Berlin, beer softens into a near vowel sound like Bier. Mastering this directness and specific pronunciation allows you to communicate with the efficiency Berliners value. It makes your interactions smoother and signals that you understand the local social register. At this level, your neighborhood becomes legible. You can understand the irony in the local graffiti, follow the jokes at a comedy night, and participate in a Stammtisch, the regular gatherings that build real community. Traditional courses teach standard German, but they rarely cover the dark Berlin humor or the specific slang used in Kreuzberg and Neukölln. Street tongue focuses on the situations you actually face, from handling bureaucracy to street-level conversations. It uses pronunciation scoring and audio from real city dialects to bridge the gap between a textbook and the street. Moving beyond the expat circuit is less about perfect grammar and more about the specific vocabulary of the Kiez. It's about learning the unwritten rules that the people around you actually use every day.